Alright guys, this is coffee, and I'm gonna be honest with you. For the rest of the month, I'm gonna answer the rest of the questions that I have. I'm not gonna be able to take any more new questions that I will answer on video. What I will do though is I will reply to your comments in time, and or they can be topics for live streams. So if you have a question, definitely feel free to ask your question down below, and maybe it'll become a live stream topic early for next year. Get ready. All right, welcome back. Thank you for taking a moment and hanging out with me for a few minutes. Taking another sip of my coffee. You guys might know I'm not out of the smoker. It's too cold to be out of the smoker today, so I'm in the house and I'm trying to knock out the rest of these videos. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and get to the question. Today's question comes from Grills Cheese. He says, this is a great idea. How goes business? I don't remember what video he commented on, but he says, how goes business through all this pestilence upon the land? I'm not even gonna lie. I was talking to someone. I did an event for someone. It was an engagement party, and the gentleman who got engaged, his mother, I was driving out and his mother was coming in. And I've met his mother before because I would do turkeys for him, not every year, but just about every year. He's ordered turkeys for me multiple years. Anyway, as I was leaving from dropping off the food at his house, his mother was coming down the road, and I stopped her and I said, talked to her and said, hey, and she asked me how are things going during COVID, and I said, well, I'll be honest with you, it's not been the best, but I'm still chugging along. I'm still doing events and things like that, but not nearly at the same rate in which I was doing the events before. In 2019, I could say that I did events. I would do 6 to 8 events a month, or I could do 6 to 8 events a month. And that could be cooking on a Friday, cooking on a Saturday, cooking on a Sunday. Or cooking for Friday, cooking for Friday events, for Saturday events, for Sunday events. And then there were times when I could be double or triple booked on a particular Saturday or for a particular Sunday. And I could do 6 to maybe 10. Like the most I would do or have done in a month possibly was 10. Down to 1 event, if that, a month. Yes. Or no events for months. Now the good thing is my food speaks for itself, and people who are stuck at home still wanted to have a brisket, or they still wanted to have some ribs, or they still wanted some pulled pork, or they wanted some lamb, or they wanted some salmon. But me cooking a single brisket is it hits differently than cooking for 50 people, or for cooking for 100 people, or cooking for 200 people, or cooking 2 or 3 briskets a weekend. Hits differently than cooking a or 2 racks of ribs. So, has my business been affected? Yes, definitely. I took a pivot in early 2020 to focus on catering. Guess what? I haven't been doing much catering. I've been doing smaller events here and there, but again, going from 6 to possibly 10 events or cooks for events down to 1 sometimes a month, it's been tough. It's been tough. So he also goes on to say, is cooking all I do? No, it is not. I do have a full-time job. I work in IT. And I also, because of the fact that I have my cargo van, I do some light moving and hauling. I have a friend that got me or asked me about moving pinball machines and arcade cabinets. And the pinball and arcade community, they're always looking for people to move their stuff. The pinball and arcade community trades pins and arcades like some people trade baseball cards. Seriously, it's ridiculous. But I don't mind going to make that money. Seriously. I have been as far north as Long Island, from Baltimore to Long Island, as far west as Ohio, and as far south as like Hampton, Southern Virginia area. And I won't say any and everywhere in between, but I've been all over. There are people who contact me. There's a specific gentleman, when he calls and he has anything in this area, he lives in Belgium, and they have kind of like a Comic-Con like festival that he purchases arcade machines for, and I take those arcade cabinets out to a place called Quart Warehouse, which is in Hagerstown. So Hagerstown is about an hour and a half away from me, and he has a shipping container that he buys. He fills up said shipping container and ships all of the arcade cabinets and pinball machines to Belgium for his Comic-Con or video game-a-con that they have over there. And sure, I'll be the guy to pick them up for you. So there are other things that I do. Also, as far as moving and hauling, if I have a friend that needs some help moving something, or if I know someone that needs some help moving something, towing things, you know, again, I have that big E350, and Vanna gets down. And I will tow things that need to be towed, or I will move things that need to be moved. And I mean, just pay me I charge a flat fee and then a per mile fee from my door to your pickup to your drop off back to my door. I'm pretty reasonable. He also asked, he says, what's your other job? So again, I work in IT. I kind of leave it at that because, you know, I work for a agency, and you know, it is what it is. And he goes on to say, cheers from Canada. Well, cheers. Grills, cheese, thank you so very much for taking the time to ask me a very good question, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys so very much for making this a success. I always worry. I always worry about doing this Ask Dash series. It really is one of those things where I thought it was going to be easy. It ain't easy. I bust my hump to make sure that the videos get filmed, they get edited. There's no errors. I you know, put cards and links up in the top, and it's a lot to do, especially in the short amount of time that I have, making sure that all my dots are dotted, or I's are dotted, and my T's are crossed, and my ducks are in a row before I go away on vacation and do not have access to internet. It's a scary thing as a content creator. So thank you guys so very much as always for watching. If you have not already, please do take a moment and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, could you please hit that thumbs up button for me? Make sure you turn the notification bell on so you can be notified whenever one of these videos launches and or goes live. Speaking of live, I go live on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Please join us. This is your official invitation to join us on a Wednesday at 9 p.m. The first hour, we talk about something barbecue or barbecue business related. The second hour, I'm going to reach for my coffee cup here. But you bring whatever beverage you like. I prefer adult beverages. It's a party. Come hang out with us. So thank you guys again so very much as always, and I'll see you next time.
More water, baby.